Hello everybody, it's a beautiful day. Welcome to Selling Insurance from Your Car, episode 2. If you remember in episode 1, we laid the gauntlet down. By the way, my name is Marc Gilday and I'll be your host for this 12-week journey. Yesterday we laid the gauntlet down and exclaimed to everybody that we're going to build from scratch a 6-figure insurance income business within 12 weeks. So let's go through what it is that we have to do. And we're going to be sharing this as we go through. So if you know anybody who is selling insurance, who wants to sell insurance, who wants some tips on sales and some sneaky little secrets, by all means, please share this with them, let people know, and do subscribe to this channel. In order to figure out how we're going to make this, we have to figure out who we're going to target as far as the company or client, prospective clients. And in order to know that, we have to understand a little bit about the program that we're offering for sale. So for insurance products in the group realm, there are a few things you have to know. First of all, you have to know and understand how much is that program going to be worth to you. You also have to understand how is the eligibility going to affect the sale. So let's deal with the second one first. If you have a program with an eligibility requirement of 5 participants, then you need to make sure you're not focusing on getting clients that have 2 or 3 employees, because you're going to fail miserably. It's going to be a lot of work for no money. On the other hand, if you go too large, then you run into some other issues. So just because you know you can make a lot more selling larger companies doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be done fast. So if you're looking to build your income fast, then focusing on 2, 3, 4,000 life groups is probably not ideal because of the political factors and the dynamics of companies and corporations of that size, as opposed to smaller companies who are really owned by a single owner. And those are where we want to focus. So in our world, we understand that the average policyholder, the average person that does business, spends about $500 a year in insurance, and that equates to like $10 or less a week, but they spend about $500 a year. Now we also know that based on the company history, I actually called up the company, asked a couple of questions I strongly suggest you do too. What is the average participation rate of a company doing business with us? And in our world, the average participation rate is just about 50%. Some a little more, some a little less, but just about 50%. So it's a safe bet to use 50% participation. So that $500, what is the compensation of that $500? And in our company, it varies. The more that you sell, the more that you make. But it starts out at about 1/3. So we're going to use that 1/3 to help our targeting. So let's take a closer look at this. So we know now that the average policy is going to be about $500. We know that the average sale is going to be 1/3. Actually, it's going to be about 40%. So we know that out of that $500, we're going to get about $200 on the average. So we have to make $50,000, or sorry about that. We have to make, to get to 50, 2.5 times, $250,000 in sales premium to get to where we want to go. And that is done pretty easily, because now we have that information. We can reverse engineer what we're doing. I also know that because we have a 50% ratio, we should be targeting companies with about 50 people. So that's going to be our target. And we're going to focus on dealing with companies over 25 and under 150 for that very reason. Okay? So now that we know who we're going to focus on, we know how many people it's going to take, then we start the tactic of getting in front of those people. And we're going to start that in tomorrow's video. I'll also probably put together a worksheet that you can download that will help you through exactly what I just walked you through. In other words, who you should be focusing on, what it's going to take based on the program and product that you're offering, and that will make it a little bit easier for you. So for right now, that's the end of this episode. Please subscribe to this channel if you're interested in this. If you know some other people who are interested in selling insurance or sales in general, and you want to know some sneaky secrets, have them tune in, because we're going to be sharing a lot as we build an income from scratch, 0 to 6 figures in 12 weeks selling insurance. It's Marc Gilday, and we'll see you in the next episode.